Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the bounty event. You know, the quick strat, the fast strat, the expedient strat. Let's get through it. Let's get it done quickly as possible. It doesn't take very long. It's good rewards. It's the event of the weekend. Let's go. Bounty, use troops with the bounty hunter trait to multiply your points. Get double multipliers on this event. Bounty Captain Weasel 300. I hear there's something wrong with Weasel 300. It has, it's not doing the correct spell or something like that. We'll talk about it more later, though. Let me run an epic trial while I set up the stream, and then we'll get into it for real. We're on 250 here. See what they can do. I need a new thumbnail. I need the new troop. So I don't think I'm gonna put a thumbnail up at the moment. But I do have to do some other back-end stuff, which I'll do right now. While you check this out. Did anybody vote on the community survey thing? I meant to. I got it out there for members right now. I read it, I read the results, and then I go over what I would have picked and what I think about the results and all that stuff. So if you're a member, there's a video out there. It's going to come out on Saturday evening, I think. Maybe today, but I don't know. I got to make a thumbnail and stuff like that and get it ready to go. But that's part of me doing an extra video a week. I was going to do the top 20 legendaries, but then that popped up and it was like something I need to do sooner than later, or else it's not going to be as good. So, and even waiting till Saturday is probably not a good idea. I might put it out later today. But it's up for members right now. I put it out last night or yesterday sometime. Alright, refresh that. Click on this. Do that. Hit the like, turn in your ticket to the train. The train right now it's in the garage, but it's got the hood open, the garage door open. It's ready to go. It's just waiting for somebody to take it for a spin at the moment. We've worked up to it a little bit so far this month. We're about a quarter of the way through the month. Working our way up to it. No, not a thumbnail, dummy. Copy. Paste. Gems of War live streams. Okay. Playlist. There's big old playlists out there if you ever want to watch a bunch of Cine Cool. Gems of War bounty. Gems of War. Whoops. War bounty hunter, which I never say, but some people do. Gems of War. I always make it as short as possible. Gems of War bounty, Gems of War raid, Gems of War invasion. Some people say raid boss, some people say bounty hunter. Oops. Bounty teen? No. Gems of War bounty. Let's see what people... Bounty team, okay. Best bounty. Okay. That's about it. Alright, I put a couple of other things. I probably should have read them out loud because you know how that is. But Gems of War Bounty, Gems of War Fast Bounty, Gems of War Epic, Vault Keys, Gems of War Vault Key, Gems of War Spoilers. YouTube knows what I'm saying and they kind of slot our video based on that, supposedly. Our stream, Gems of War. I have a thumbnail, but I don't know if old dog the bounty hunter's nips are gonna make it. You know how finicky YouTube can be, so I don't know. Maybe him having his nips out is not the best way to go. And copy. Even though it's a dude's nips, should be okay. But anyway. Alright, I think I'm about ready here. Okay. Alright. Let me jump into the chat and then I'll be ready to go. How are we doing here? We're tied up, but Despawn seems to do pretty well in this fight. I think we've done this one before and I just kind of didn't let it go all the way through. And Despawn was doing, you know, he's got a summon, right? So I think he should be okay unless he dies like right here. Can't remember. Ooh, he's getting hurt. He needs 1 mana, come on. Get 1 mana. despawned. Uh-oh. Oh no, we lost. It's okay though. No real loss there. Anita's here, Sana's here. How's it going? How's it going? Alright, let me type my little beggy thing in here. 25 equals 5 gifted from Sony. I was like, I gotta put that in, going forward until it happens. Pin message. Okay, let's go. I'm ready. I started right at 10 pretty much, right? We're streaming, clocking in. Let's get it. The thing, we're gonna do bounty, but it's not gonna take up the entire stream most likely because it's real easy, pretty easy. It's the only event in the game where they save your team from last time, so you don't really need a team. You just plop on the new bounty captain and do whatever you did last time, most likely. So there's not too much to say about it, but I can show you, in case it's your first bounty ever, I guess. I can show you. But let's get my mail. Just more resources to help with the event. 2 days. That's offers. No. Let's change our medals because I got world event medals on. Another thing about the members only video, the visuals are of me playing the game normally on Thursday, and I go through just, I don't know, simple. It's simple. That's what it is. I don't know. Let's go with maybe that for now. I'll keep it in mind though. Adventure board looks good. I would do every one of those. I'm done with the campaign. I don't even know, why does this even have a exclamation point? You know, like a blinky? I hate that. Like the shrines over here, I hate that. I'm never going to click on that, but it's always got one. Like my mail, there was a reason I had mail. The offer, there was a reason there was new offers. The dailies, it's just telling you there's new adventure board tasks, right? Why does campaign have one? I'm all the way done. There's nothing here to collect. Why is it why does it put a exclamation mark on campaign? It like annoys me. It might as well be shrines at this point because I already did everything and there's no point of it having an exclamation point there. But I don't know. I click on it like every day. Like, is it something new? Like, what's going on here? Nope. There's nothing. I don't know. Alright, we got bounty. We got bounties are available. First thing I do is buy up in the shop. We got to get this thing fully ascended, fully traded, fully fullied. It's just like the faction. There's different ways to play it. Different ways, like different amounts you're going to buy in the shop depending on what you're going to do. If you buy up to like tier 3, you're going to have to use all bounty troops to get the whole thing done. To get enough points to get all rewards, you're going to have to use all bounty troops the entire time. Every single slot has to be a bounty troop, a bounty hunter, and you have to use the captain. If you buy up to two or 3, you have to do that the entire time to get enough points for all rewards. The rewards are really good. There's lots of orbs in here. That's basically why. There's a major orb. There's 2 major orbs. That could be 2 big gold orbs. That could be, 2 big minion orbs. That could be power orbs. Stuff you might need there. And then regular chaos orbs. Vault key. Another orb. There's so many orbs, really. Look at another orb there. So you get like 4 regular orbs and 2 major orbs just for getting this done. With all kinds of other stuff in there also. Gems and vault keys, and it's quick too. It used to be really slow, and that would be the reason people didn't like it, because you had to use 4 bounty troops and it would take forever and you'd be doing it all weekend. But now, since it's so fast, I always liked it and I always did it and I always got all rewards and I felt like it was always worth it, but it used to be kind of a slog. Nowadays, it's so fast and easy that it's totally like super smart to be doing the entire thing to full completion. And it's up to you, because there's no guild. You have to do it yourself. But yeah, the shop, if you don't have a lot of gems, you would just go up to 2 or 3, probably 3 to get the whole thing done. If you want to save some gems but also get it done fast, you do tier 4. You use the strat. You use a bounty. You use Ogress usually, who's a bounty troop. and then you use like your best damage dealer, Tesla, Ruby Weapon, Queen Beatrix, Chrysanthrax, Stellarix, something like that. And then you use another bounty troops, and then you use the bounty captain. So 3 bounty troops, one of them being the bounty captain and your best damage dealer, and you'll get through it super quick. You can buy up to tier 4 if you want to try to save 300 gems. And the only thing you have to do is like pay attention, and at some point you might have to switch to a full bounty team to get more points to finish off all rewards. That usually happens like halfway through Saturday, early Sunday, late Saturday, somewhere around there. I used to do tier 4 all the time, and it would work. It would go all the way through. I would never have to switch to a full bounty team. But then it, like once or twice, it started being just short, and people were like, "It's not working for me. It's not working for me." And I ended up being short myself one time, so I'm like, okay, yeah, it doesn't work every single time, so I have to mention that. But Tier 5 will make it to where it definitely works. You can get it done like Saturday morning. You get all rewards. Just for 300 extra gems, you get the, get to not have to sit here for as long. You get to get it all the way done super quick. It's the least painful, but it does cost you 300 extra gems. But you don't have to worry about anything, and you just go, and get it done without having to stop and switch your team. So I'm going to buy up to 5, right? 5. Not too much. Doesn't cost too much, but just to get her done. Alright, let's see this new troop. We got Weasel 300 from Adana. It's a mech beast. 10 blue, green. Choose a mana color. Convert 6 gems of that color into bomb gems, then explode a gem. Seems kind of Duke. Reduce damage from skulls by 25%. Create 3 bomb gems when I die, and it has the bounty hunter trait, of course. The bomb gems aren't that good. I don't like them that much. And then it only explodes 1 gem? Really? Because bomb gems don't like automatically explode. They get put on the board, and then you can blow them up, and then... But it kind of works like a Doom Skull, but with no... I don't know. Kind of works like a Doom Skull, I guess, but you can't match them. And then they don't blow up automatically. It'd be cool if bomb gems would, like, explode as soon as they went on the board or something like that, but they just sit there, and then you have to blow them up. So it's more like a mine gem. Like a mine. Then you only explode 1 gem. 1 gem? Really? You think it would explode like 6 gems or something. But you choose a mana color. I guess you could, if you're fighting an enemy that uses a lot of a color and you don't use that color, you could deny them that color by changing their most used mana color to bomb gems, but that's the only thing I can think of. That would, like, and that's not even that good. And then explode 1 gem? Are you kidding me? 1 gem. And then, supposedly, on the forum, they're saying that this thing right now is putting up the barrier gems instead of bomb gems, which is actually better, probably. So it's better right now, so the sooner you do your bounty, the better, because they're probably going to fix that. It's not a big deal, though, so I don't know if they'll fix it before the weekend's over, but the sooner the better. It's kind of like when we got all those shiny keys, and, like, the sooner the better opening them. Yeah, even though they took them all back, but it's kind of like that. Like, the sooner you do the bounty, the better, because we're gonna have, even though we're not even gonna cast this spell most likely, but if we happen to cast it, we're gonna get, I think, barrier gems, unless they changed it, unless they fixed it already. But it's cool troop art. That's all you can say. Cool troop art. We have to use it. Why'd I go all the way out? All right, we're on 1. Here's our old team. It saves it for us. The last bounty hunter was this one, which was pretty horrible. So we got another poopy one. Let's get it off the team. So just take off your old bounty captain. Put on your new one. Go NTY to find all your bounty troops. I go upgradable, because I have everything upgraded. And here it is. So I'm going to fully it. Bounty troop seems bugged. I think it is. Yep. Allison, good afternoon. You did not use the new bounty troop. Well, you have to if you want extra points. You're just making it harder on yourself. You're getting less points per fight, like a bunch of less points per fight. You need to be, if you want. That's the whole point of the event, is to use the new bounty troop. It gives you extra points. None of the other ones do, but this one gives you way extra, like way more. You have to use it, or else you're just making it harder on yourself. It's like washing clothes in the bathtub when you have a washing machine. Like, just use your washing machine. Alright, so Ascension, I need to do one more here, so we'll do an orb. Another good thing about buying further up in the shop is I only have to use one orb. And then we'll go back and do this again, because I'm a redundant person. Jets is here! But yeah, please use the bounty troop. It'll just make everything easier. I know it sucks, and I wouldn't want to use it either, but it's just part of the event. It's kind of like you have to use the medal for the world event. You have to use the tower killer for invasion. You have to use the pathfinder for journey. You have to use the weapon for Tower of Doom. You have to use the raid boss killer for raid event. And the only reason is because you get more points. It's not like the thing is helping you beat any fights or winning anything or helping your team at all. It's just giving you more points every single fight, and that helps so much that you have to have them on your team, or you're just making it way harder on yourself for no reason. Unless you just can't afford it or something, then you're just doing your best to do what you can. Like, I get that, but otherwise you need to at least buy up to it in the shop and throw it on your team. Which would be, you get a copy of it. You just have to spend, like, what? How much is that? It's not very much, like 80 gems or something to get the bounty captain, so it's not too much. It says right here, use bounty hunters to multiply your points. Doesn't really tell you, though. That is confusing. It doesn't say anything about needing and having to use this troop. But you do. I'm trying to figure out where it says that, but it's definitely a thing. You have to use the new bounty troop, or you're really hurting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself, What's his name? Weasel? I should have already threw him on the team, but I was busy. Alright, there we go. So this is kind of the meta bounty fast team right now. If you don't have Chrysantherax, use Tesla. If you still need to level a class, any kind of class, Nightweaver, Knight, Elementalist, whatever. If you need to level any class, use Ruby Weapon if you got it. If you don't have Ruby Weapon and you still want to kind of try to level a class, Black Manacles, Duskbringer, Dawnbringer, whatever your best weapon is that hits all enemies hard would be okay. Queen Beatrix is out there. Everybody has something they could plug in right here, even if you don't have Chrysantherax. You might have Stellarix. You might have Tesla. I'll put them in order. Ready? Chrysantherax is the best. Then probably Tesla or Stellarix. And then probably Ruby Weapon. And then probably Queen Beatrix. Something like that. And then like Black Manacles, all that stuff is at the bottom. But Chrysantherax is the best. If you don't have the dragons, do Tesla. If you don't have Tesla or the dragons, do Queen Beatrix, you can get that in the underworld, which is really easy, so you should have that at least. Alright. So here's the team. Got Ogress, Chrysantherax, Forest Gremlin, and Weasel 300. So Ogress is getting everything up. It's a good mana generator. It's probably the best bounty troop in the game. It's used outside of the bounty, which doesn't happen very often. It might be the only bounty troop that's used outside of the bounty consistently. Chrysantherax is our damage dealer. Going to make this go super fast. We're going to get it done like tomorrow morning. Forest Gremlin is here for the traits mostly. Gain bonus green mana from green gem matches. Summon a Leaf Storm at the start of battle. And it's a bounty hunter. We're using lots of green here. Our whole team is green. And then this one's only here for the bounty hunter trait for the extra points it gets super duper extra points for being the bounty captain this time. It's not just a bounty hunter, it's the bounty captain. It's the captain of the team. The captain of the team has to be on the team. Alright, let's do it. I'll get to 20 probably super fast, you know, 10 minutes or less. Get up Ogress, cast it. Get up Chrysantherax, cast it, win. It's much faster than using 4 bounty troops. Chat with a 2, Sauna, or Anita and Sauna. Alright, y'all, let's go. Jumping in there, going in the garage. Early. Getting up early, drinking some coffee, reading the newspaper, maybe eating a bacon, egg, and cheeser. Going out there super early. Still foggy out. There's still, like, you know, frost on the window. Turn on the defrost. Alright? You hear the birds chirping. There's dew on the grass. Getting out there early, thank you. In the garage, like, working early in the morning. Putting on the oldies on the radio, lighting up a cigar, getting out there with Grandpa, working on the train, trying to get it out there on the tracks today. Sana says I'm not doing team codes at all, have a lot. Okay, no problem, thank you for doing them in the past, you know. Chad uses Corpse Mare, sometimes in Undead Restricted PvP. Okay, I like Corpse Mare, it's a good, I like the troop art and stuff. Good morning, Yoke. Okay, so here, let's, since you guys are already halfway there, let's keep track today, because maybe it'll happen. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, do-dee-dee-da. Keep track today. Alright, so Ogress didn't get up here, so we want to try to get her up. You saw on my, if you watch the members-only video, when I'm playing off-stream or not making a video, just like my day-to-day gameplay, I'm not sitting there looking for the best moves all the time. Sometimes I'll just match real quick and I'm just trying to get it done super quick. So if the fights are easy, you don't have to sit there and stare at the screen and, like, do the best move ever. And I need to, like, sometimes I catch myself, like, trying to do giant cascades when I don't really need them. So I'm going to try that today, too. Like, let's just get this to 20, and then we'll open some Epic Vault keys. And then we'll see where we're at from there. Tomorrow we're going to do the spoilers, and then see where I'm at on everything, you know. Underspire, World Event, Bounty. Show you where I'm at, if I've made any changes. Got a Vow, Raven. Ogress got up. Got up Chrysantherax. Bang. The reason this is faster is because bounty troops are going to only hit one enemy, only kill one enemy. So you're going to have to cast at least 4 times. Whereas with this, we only have to cast twice. Ogress and then Chrysantherax. So it's twice as fast most of the time. And then deeper later, the further in we get, you know, bounty troops are going to stop one-shotting. So then, like, if you're using 4 bounty troops, it's going to take you at least 8 shots. And you're going to have to cast something to get them up, too. So it's more like 10. And then, even if we have to cast Chrysantherax twice, which doesn't even really happen, I don't think, we would still be doing it more than twice as fast. So this is more than twice as fast as using all bounty troops. No matter how it goes, really. So the fights are going to get harder and harder. The enemies are going to get more and more stats. And we're still going to be one-shotting with our Chrysantherax or our Tesla or our Ruby weapon. Even if you got a 2-shot, it's still twice as fast. Super fast. But I get it if you're out there trying to save some gems. You're trading your time for gems here. So I'm spending more gems to save myself time, or you can spend more time to save yourself gems. Ogress, Chrysantherax. Simple, right? Cool thing about Tesla is she takes less mana to fill, and she still hits pretty hard. Like, she'll go all the way to 15 or so and still one-shot. But I'm starting to get lazy, and I'm starting to just use Chrysantherax the whole way through. Mark said it long ago, and I kind of was like, well, you know, use Tesla up till this point, and then use Chrysantherax, which is still, I think, probably slightly faster, but I'm starting to get lazy. I'm just using only Chrysantherax. I don't feel like switching it out later. I've seen so many bounties, you guys. It's like, that's kind of part of it. I've seen so many of all of these events. It's pretty crazy. Did you all look at the survey or watch my video or anything like that? I meant to make a video about me answering the questions, because there's so much more that I didn't get to see, I think. But they were looking for, like, where does everybody live, and then how much time of day do you play? I was kind of surprised by I knew most of the players were from the United States or from North America, like I knew that. That's why I'm always surprised that I don't get more viewers and stuff, but it is what it is. It's how we are over here. But I was kind of surprised by, like, how much time a day people play. It was either like a ton or barely any at all. People are either playing like a lot or like 15 to 30 minutes. You're not going to get very much done in this game if all you're playing is 15 to 30 minutes a day. It's gotta be more than that. If you're at the very beginning of the game, you could probably play for 15 to 30 minutes a day, because you don't really have you're not trying to get stuff done today, so you get something new tomorrow type of deal. You're just kind of trying to open the game and do the tutorials and stuff like that. So like early game, but then like early game, you're kind of addicted to it, and it's really fun super early. And I usually end up playing longer in the beginning when I'm a new player on this game. So who's playing for 15 to 30 minutes? Like, I guess super casual people, I guess, would be the answer. I'll call that super casual if you're playing 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's like you can't complain realm. Like, if you're going to play 15 to 30 minutes a day, you're not allowed to complain about not having dragons or not having sentinels or whatever. Because you're just not putting in the time that it takes. It'd be like complaining about being broke, but you don't put in the hours at work. You only go to work for like 12 hours a week or something. You only go to work for 12 hours a week, but you're complaining that you don't have money. Well, you only play the game 15 to 30 minutes a day, you can't expect to get the best troops in the game. It really takes at least like I would say 45 to at least 45 minutes a day, like bare minimum. Bare minimum, and that's if you go super fast and you have the best troops. Like, you can't, I don't even think you can't play 45 minutes in the game if you're like past early game. If you're super early game, you can, and if you're super late game, you might be able to. But if you're anywhere in that giant middle where most people are, it's hard to make super good progress in the game if you're gonna only play for 15 to 30 minutes. It's gotta be more like 45 to an hour. At least, like bare minimum. It took me on Thursday, like super concentrating, going super fast. It took me like 50 minutes to get everything done on a Thursday where there's kind of less stuff to do. So on a more busy day, it's gonna take over an hour. So on average, I think it takes over an hour a day to get everything done, even if you're going super fast. And that, I mean, that is if you're going super fast. If you're just like chilling, it's more like an hour and a half. But we're on 20, we're maxed out, we're getting the most points now, we're still one-shotting, right? Let's do one more just to show it. She did not get up. Should have walked off the stage. There we go. Bang, one shot. And I'm using an Anu, so I'm not even using all of my Nishas, and I'm still one-shotting here. which is great. That means it's going to go super fast. I'm already on, look at this. I'm already on reward 15. How far into the stream are we, you know? 30 minutes into the stream. I've farted around probably for the first 15. You know? There's only 20, and we're on 15 already. So that's how quick and easy it is. So if you're not doing this, I don't know what you're doing, but it is what it is. It's a video game. So this is what I recommend. Replace Chrysantherax with your best damage dealer. Stellarix, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, Ruby Weapon, whatever you got. And you have to use this or you're just hurting yourself. You really need to have at least 3 bounty troops too. You can't just do whatever you want. But if you're a beginner and it's your very first bounty or second bounty, and you're just trying to get some points, trying to get some of the rewards for free or something like that, then do whatever you can do, you know? I'm happy that you're even doing the event, so. Of course, do whatever you can do. You might use your Rowan team if you're a beginner, because you just don't have any bounty troops, you don't have any gems, you don't have any really good troops to put in second slot here. But start buying the bounty, start doing the event. You're going to have to start doing it soon, type of stuff. It's a progression. You might not use any bounty troops the first bounty. The second bounty, you might only use the bounty captain. The third bounty, now you got 2 bounty troops, maybe. So you put 2 bounty troops on there with 2, like a mana generator and Rowan or something like that. And then your third or fourth bounty, maybe finally you're using mostly bounty troops with the bounty captain, but maybe you still got like Rowan and Ogress or something. I don't know. But it's always a progression. You can't start with the best team. So you got to work your way up to it. But if you have that stuff, you should be using that stuff right there that I got. That I showed. This is the fastest. It'll get it done the quickest. You can move on to do other things. So much to do in the game. No use farting around in bounty. Okay. I see Soul Lions here. You can do spoilers? Okay, we'll do those tomorrow. Nasir is here. Nasiri. So Lion says, good morning, just joined. Looking for some mid to low level teams to use. So use the team I showed, which is low level except for Chrysantherax. Use this exact team. Just take off Chrysantherax and put on Queen Beatrix or something. But if you still need to level classes, Ruby Weapon, Black Manacles, Dustbringer, Dawnbringer, whatever your best like damage dealing weapon is. Even like Life and Death or something would be cool. Even Rope Dart would probably make it slightly faster, but it's almost kind of like using Tigraki at that point. You might as well use 4 bounty troops, but take off Chrysantherax and put on whatever your best damage dealer is. Whatever it is. So eventually you're going to get like a Venoxia or a Queen Beatrix. And that's probably what it would be. And Queen Beatrix, it's not like, oh, I don't have that. I mean, it's in the underworld. You can get it at any time you want. It's right here, right there. Boink, bank, bonk. It's going to show me up a little bit. We had to do 200. Okay, let's see how many. Took 400. 600. 600 Chaos Shards, which you can get that many in like 1 day, maybe 2 days. So there she is, easy to get. The only way you would not be able to get her is if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing every day, which is City of Thieves 3 times a day, farm it on level 20. And that's why you do that, so you can get cool stuff like this. But this is what I would use if I was a beginner, in place of Chrysantherax. Unless you have Tesla. Tesla's better than Queen Beatrix for this. But if you got nothing, just throw your Black Manacles in there. Which everybody has. Or you can do 4 bounty troops if you want. Yoke says, I watched 20 minutes of it on the way to work, aka listening in the way. Yeah, it's mostly like a listening video, for real. It's like a podcast. I read the results for you. I think that has some value on YouTube. Like, if you don't want to sit there and read it yourself, you don't have time. or you just don't like reading or whatever, you know? Like, you can pop it in, listen to it instead. Maybe sometimes people learn better through hearing than they do through, you know, with their eyes. Everybody's different. Some people learn by people acting it out in front of them or whatever. Some people learn by doing. Some people learn by reading. Some people learn by listening. So, hoping some people out there that learn by listening are watching that, kind of. I don't even know how I like to read, but I like to do everything, you know? Like, drill it in. Like, I like to read something and then listen to it, and then try it myself, and I don't know. Alright, so I did that. I did bounty. So now we're going to open Epic Vault Keys, because that's what I said I would do. I got 34. Let's get some good loot. I've been opening 10 Vault Keys a day since the last Vault event, just so I can make sure I don't have I don't have any for the next bounty. So I have 290 right now. I even opened 10 on that video yesterday for the members only. But that video is coming out to the public. I might put it out today, actually. I don't know. Because I feel like the sooner I put it out, the better. Because the results came out like 2 days ago. And I don't want to... I might put it out today if I can get a thumbnail made. But I also have to make my P99 video for Sunday. And I either got to do that today or tomorrow. So I got to do both. I got 2 videos to make right now, kind of. I got 1.5, really. But, yeah, let's open some Epic Vault Keys and see what we get. I really like some gems. I would like some major Orbs of Glory. I'll take a ton of gold. I'll take, event keys. I'll take, there's a tarot card I need, the King of Cups. So that's what I'm looking for from these. You might be looking for something different, the Lovers, or diamonds, or jewels, or souls, or something like that, or different orbs than me. But for me, what I'm looking for here is gems really excite me, especially the 300 or 900 gem drop. I need the King of Cups. It's the only tarot card I'm missing, and it's in here now, so that would be exciting to get. Gold, I always need gold, pretty much, so I'll take a big, giant drop of gold. The orbs, you know, the major Orb of Glory, I need that for gold eluding stuff. I'll take silver orbs, I'll take bronze orbs, and then, what else? Event keys. Event keys would be up there, too. Really, it'd be gems, King of Cups, event keys, probably in that order, but also the orbs I really want, too. In Epic Vault Keys, this is the best fight you can be doing in the game at any time, except for during the Vault event. Most valuable fights in the game. And they're quick. So 3,500 gold and an orb of wisdom. Let's catch up in the chat here. Good morning. Just joined. I already read that. Sana says, yes, I don't believe people play for just 2 to 3 hours. Much more with PvP. Yeah, let me go to that, because I want to talk about it a little bit on this stream. Let's go to those community survey results. Talk about it a little bit. So most people lived in North America. Number 2 was Europe. How long have you been playing Gems of War? Most people have been playing for 5+ years. You know what that means to me? I don't know. A thought that went through my head when I saw that most people have been playing for 5+ years. And then second place was 4 to 5 years. And then third place is 2 to 3 years. So the majority of us have been playing for 2+ years on Gems of War. But then, well, you know what that made me think is, like, why do they keep updating the beginning of the game then? Like, why are they putting so much effort into early game if most of us are probably later in the game? And at first it didn't make sense to me. I'm like, yeah, why are they doing that? Like, their updates are so stupid. They're concentrating on something we don't even like, PvP Guild Wars. And you'll see later down in the results that, yeah, a lot of people hate PvP in Guild Wars. Based on the results from the survey. I kind of knew that already, but some people, you know, vocal minorities will say that they love PvP and they love Guild Wars, but I knew like most of the community doesn't love it. Like, it's been like that forever. Most people don't like PvP and Guild Wars. They kind of tolerate it. It's fun every once in a while. Like, Guild Wars is fun. I almost wish they would take the whole Citadel Wars crap out and just do Guild Wars or something once a month. And maybe put the old PvP back in or something. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. It's fine the way it is. It just took forever to do it, and that's the annoying part, is all the updates and all the stuff they could have been doing. But 6 gems, 5,000 gold, and a dirty picture of Cedric. Thank you, Mr. Sack. Oh, I'm opening regular vault keys. Alright, hold on. I'm an idiot. Let's open 10 of these first, I guess. Then I'll do my epics. So I'm already doing it. Let's do 10 of these first. Takes you 15 minutes just to do delves? Yeah. Allison says I play quite a bit. 15 minutes is no time at all. I'm in Scotland. Yoke says, did you buy up to tier 4? I did 5 just so I can get it done quicker. But tier 4 is fine. As long as you know that you might not be able to get it done with the Chrysantherax or Tesla. You might have to switch to full bounty like on Saturday sometime or Sunday. But today you could, if you buy up to tier 4, you can do whatever you want today at least. It's just like it's failed me before doing tier 4, so now I buy up to tier 5 just to make sure. Tier 5 is safe if you want to just hurry up and get it done. It's like 100% works, and you get it done like Saturday morning. Tier 4 is probably the smartest one to buy up to. And then Tier 3 is if you're trying to save gems. Let me catch up in the chat before I... PJ says, any suggestions if I don't have the Chrysantherax? Yeah, Queen Beatrix, Tesla, Ruby Weapon, stuff like that. Whatever your best damage dealer is. Stellarix, PJ. Yeah, not all players did the survey. Only 1,800 people or something like that. Which is probably, in my mind, I always feel like there's around... I'm always wrong, but I feel like there's, you know, less than 10,000 players probably, but more than 5,000. Like total across all platforms. And there's probably... I'm always way off, too. There's probably way more or something like that, but... Like, active players that play every day, that... You know, they always count, like, every single person that downloaded the game. So if you go look it up on the internet, it's going to say way more people. But, you know, just looking at the survey, only 1,800 people responded. Do you think I'm wrong in saying that there's around 10,000 players or a little bit less? Between 5 and 10,000 players, probably, is how I feel. That's how many people I feel are playing the game actively every day, or at least once a week or something like that. Between 5,000 and 10,000 people. So... yeah, definitely not. I didn't. And I play every day. I didn't do the survey. Some people can't be bothered, you know? Or they just forgot, like me. There was a survey, PJ, on, like, the gemsofwar.com website where they wanted you to answer, like, where you're from and how many years you've been playing the game and how much time a day you spend playing the game. And then they asked a bunch of questions about, like, your favorite game mode and stuff like that. It was in your game mail, yep. Yeah, your likes and dislikes in the game, yep. Chad's in the 5+ year bracket, me too. You're not in the guild? Probably should be. Being in a guild is the first thing you want to do in this game, pretty much. Get into a guild. As soon as it lets you. It don't let you right away. I think you have to be level 25 or something. Okay, we got 8,000 gold and 24 gem keys. I'm going to do 5 more of the regulars because I already accidentally started. Alright, back to the survey. But yeah, how long you've been playing Gems of War was kind of surprising to me. Not really, but just the way that they're tackling the updates. Like, they're really... maybe they're trying to... you know, like, beginners. Maybe they're trying to entice them to... maybe they're having trouble getting new players, which I think is the truth. I don't think anybody would argue that they're having trouble getting new players. And maybe they're trying to make it easier in the beginning of the game to keep those new players. So it makes sense, I guess, but at first it didn't make sense. I'm like, why does every update have something like messing with the early game? But I guess they're trying to get more new players in. So they're trying to make it easier, more seamless, make more sense when you start playing. Not everybody finds Tacit or Cool when they first start playing the game. That's the first thing I did, though. When I first started playing Gems of War, I looked it up on YouTube. I'm not gonna, like, just be confused and try to figure it out on my own. You find a community that you can ask questions of. And Gems of War, just Googling stuff doesn't really work because it's not a big enough game. There's not enough, like, big game guides out there. It's not been turned inside out and written down everywhere on the internet like most games have. So you really have to, like, find a YouTube community to join to ask questions or whatever. There's other places, but that's what I did, and now I'm providing that myself as well. But when I very first started playing Gems of War, I looked it up on YouTube, and then because I probably looked it up on Google and there was nothing. So the next place I would go is like YouTube to see if there was videos. And then you see a person streaming and they've been playing for way longer than you start asking questions. And you most likely trust the, if they've been playing 8 years and you've been playing less than a year, you're probably going to trust what they're saying and start doing what they're saying to do instead of thinking you know everything. So when I first started, I didn't like go in there thinking I knew everything. I would take the advice and apply it to my game. But now that I've been playing 8+ years, I really don't need any advice. But so you got to start somewhere, and you got to learn for a while before you can start teaching other people how to play. All right, see what we can get. But yeah, a lot of people have been playing for a long time. During a single session, how long do you typically play? So if I was going to answer that, I would say about an hour. About an hour. Hour and a half. I'd be on the 1 to 2 hour range, probably. Some days I play up to 2 hours. Some days I play 45 minutes. So, for me right now, at least, it's 1 to 2 hours. And that was an option, and it won. So most people play the game 1 to 2 hours a day. Second place was 30 to 60 minutes, which, you can get it done in that amount of time if you're super fast. Third place was 15 to 30 minutes, which I don't understand, but... So 20% of the people, you know how many that is, dude? Divided by 5, what is that? That's over 300 people out of the 1,800, right? So 20% of the people out of 1,860 people are only playing the game for 15 to 30 minutes. 40% of the people, 38% of the people. Okay, if I take that one out, so something like 35% of the people are playing for less than. No, I guess that doesn't. I gotta put the red and the blue together there. So yeah, something like a quarter of the people play the game for less than 30 minutes a day. That answered this survey, at least. Which most people have been playing the game for a while, according to the survey. It's kind of weird, but maybe you just play it on your phone on the toilet real quick, or it's not like your main game, I guess. 12,000 gold, 12 gems, and an Orb of Chaos. Ooh, I got an Orb of Glory. I'll take it. Alright, so that's my vault keys. Let's do the epics now. I really wanted to open all of these. Now, these are the good ones. We're starting the good ones. Alright, now they're saying, how would you rate Gems of War as an overall game? They got a 7.5. Excuse me. 7.5. I would have ranked them like a little bit lower, but I get it. That's probably right. I'd give it like a 7.5. I'd probably give it like a 7. I would lower the score slightly if I had voted. But not very much. Not by very much. I would have gave it like a 7 probably. Maybe a 6.5 if I was irritated. 240 diamonds, you still need mythics? Bang, vault keys, let's go. But 7.5 was what they got. How satisfied are you with the overall development of Gems of War? I would have given them, honestly, like a 5 or less on that. Because I don't like the direction right now. I don't like the PvP focus. Beginner focus. I don't like that. They need to do an overworld. They need to rework treasure hunt. They need to fix bugs. They need to do quality of life. And they're instead concentrating on PvP and Guild Wars, which you'll see not a lot of people like based on the survey, which I already knew. based on putting out videos for 8 years. You know, if I put out a PvP or Guild Wars video, it's gonna crap the bed. Most of the time. Streams are kind of different because I'm doing it live, but they got a 6.6 for the how satisfied are you with the overall development of Gems of War? 6.6 out of 10, I think. 2 major orbs. Let's go. Usually takes me hours to get those. Or, you know, bounty would take me like 30 to 45 minutes maybe to get 2 major orbs, and I just got them in 30 seconds. Let's go. Okay, update cadence. I really didn't care about this question, which most people didn't either, because they said no preference, and that's what won. Like, how often they update the game. I don't think we care, like, how often they update it. I think we just care that they do it right. They get it. I definitely want updates, and I think they should do them, like, you know, one big update, like, every 3 months or so would be good for me. But what I said on my video was I think they should do like bug fixes and quality of life like once a month, and then do a major update like once every 3 months, and have 2 different teams working on those 2 different things. And then don't even call the bug fixes and the quality of life, don't even call it an update. 'Cause sometimes they'll call something an update and it's like a nothing burger just because they call everything an update. I would say have one team, a smaller team, working on like bug fixes and quality of life, and then the bigger team working on the major update. And I don't even know if this is possible. I'm just saying, like, it'd be nice and be cool if they could do this. But, you know, do a major update every 3 months, and then do bug fixes and quality of life once a month, and have 2 different teams working on it. So the one team can work on the big update, and they don't have to get distracted by bug fixes and quality of life. And then, like, 2 developers working on bug fixes and quality of life once a month or something. Like, but I don't know if that's possible. Maybe, like, they can't be doing 2 different things. Maybe, like, the major update would get screwed up by the minor update or something. I don't know. But nobody really cares, is what the results were. Monthly, though, got the 2nd most votes. But it says monthly minor feature updates and some bug fixes, which I don't think people... They even said in here that they don't think people actually read it. They just picked monthly instead of reading it. Because it says... It's not major updates. It's not like a whole new game mode or anything. It just says minor feature updates and some bug fixes. Alright, so I was kind of confused by the next portion, but look at that, 300,000 gold, bang, 1 fight. But it said, what's your favorite aspect of the game? I wish I had done the survey so I could get more context and know what the other options were, but the favorite aspect of the game was collecting troops for most people. So I could see that. I would have to see all the other options to know what I would pick, though. So I can't really tell you what my favorite aspect is. Top 3 favorites was collecting troops, events, and match 3 gameplay. And then top 3 least favorites. Top 3 least favorites. This is out of almost 2,000 people. Their least favorite aspect of the game is PvP. Got 48 gem keys and 3,500 gold. Nice. PvP was their least favorite aspect of the game. If I was a dev, and I did a survey, and people said their least favorite thing was PvP, I would probably wrap up these PvP updates as soon as possible and move on to something else. They just keep trucking along, dude. They don't care. Alright, game modes. People's favorite game mode is Dungeon? I had no idea. When I read that, I'm like, really? Dungeon? Why? Why is that your favorite game mode? I need to know more information. Like, why? It's so short. I don't get it. It's 3 fights. It's like one of my least favorite game modes, for real. You get a silence trap, a death mark trap, and then you don't get a perfect. And like, if you don't need diamonds anymore, most of us have been playing the game for 5+ years. I don't even need diamonds. I don't even need jewels. You know, if I get a perfect, I really don't even care anymore because I have all the dragons. I get it if you still need diamonds and you still need Dragonite. It's exciting if it goes your way, but what about when it doesn't go your way? How is that your favorite game mode? I don't know, but I would like to know, like, why people picked Dungeon as their favorite game mode. Doesn't make sense to me, but I need more information. I want to know why people pick House. But Guild Wars got #2 favorite game mode, so it's very confusing. Treasure Hunt got #3. So the people's favorite game mode on this survey, #1 was Dungeon, #2 was Guild Wars, and #3 was Treasure Hunt. But then the top 3 least favorite game modes, #1 was Arena, #2 was Treasure Hunt, and #3 was Guild Wars. So Guild Wars and Treasure Hunt are on both the favorites and the least favorites. So Guild Wars got the second favorite, and then it got the third least favorite. And Treasure Hunt got the third favorite, but the second least favorite. So Treasure Hunt kind of loses out there, because more people hate it than like it. But Guild Wars kind of, I guess more people like it than hate it. But also a lot of people hate it. It's very divisive. So Treasure Hunt and Guild Wars are very divisive. Like, you either love it or hate it. Events, top 3 favorite events. We got Vault event with the win. I would have bet all my money on that one. But then Campaign got #2. That was another one I did not understand. Like, I don't get why people pick Dungeon as their favorite. And then I don't get why people are picking Campaign as your favorite. The only thing I can think of is because you don't have to do it. It's your favorite because it just gets done, or it's 3 fights and that's it, or it just gets done and you don't really have to do anything. Is that why it's your favorite? I don't know. It's kind of a funny pick. If you wanted to be funny, I'd be like, oh, my favorite's Campaign because I don't have to do anything. My favorite's Dungeon because it's 3 fights and then it's over with. I don't know. I don't understand. But Holiday events got #3, which I do understand. So top 3 favorite events, Vault #1, #2 is Campaign, and #3 is Holiday events. Top 3 least favorite events, #1 is PvP, #2 is Journey, #3 is Tower of Doom. I completely understand that one. As being least favorites. Let's see what y'all are saying before I move on. Maybe you're... You're on your cell phone, so that's mobile. You could join, I think Sauna's Guild is PC mobile. PJ says I'm returning player from 10 years. Dang, you played the game a long time ago. Solion says, yeah, still get classes. I want to level up, so thinking I'm using my hero weapon for the 2nd slot. There you go. Use your best one, whatever you got. If you don't have Ruby weapon, you know, it won't be as fast as like what you're seeing me do, but it'll still be pretty good. Just cast Ogress, cast Black Manacles, cast Ogress, cast Black Manacles, cast Ogress, cast Black Manacles. Your Ogress, if it dies, has the Fortress Gate, 100% chance. And then your Black Manacles might get a Devour if your Ogress dies, so you should be fine. You started the game in 2014 until 2015. Chad's going back to work. Jet says, welcome back. That might be a record. You're level 1242. Jet says, nothing really surprises me in the survey. A little disappointed so many people dislike Raid Boss. I know, that was weird too. It's your favorite? Yeah, it's not my least favorite, that's for sure. PJ says, my aspect is level up all power in Kingdom. That's a good one. Dungeon can F your day up. I agree. I don't know why it's your favorite. Why would it be somebody's favorite? If you get a perfect in the dungeon, okay. But if most days you're not getting a perfect. Most days I don't like dungeon. There's never a time where I said dungeon's my favorite. Even when I get a perfect, really. But maybe the options, maybe there wasn't that many options and that was like the best one to choose. That's why I say I have to know the rest of the options. So Lion says Googling Gems of War brings up articles from 3 years and up, not much stuff from the past year or two. Yeah, and like it was always like that for real. And some of the info is just not that good either. That's what I'm saying. If you Google something in Gems of War, good luck. You know, you might get a little bit of information. You're better off going on YouTube and typing in your question. You'll find a video somewhere. There's so many videos out. I have thousands of videos, and Tacit has thousands of videos, and there's other people on top of that. Like, there's even more. So your best bet these days is YouTube, and it's always kind of been like that. 300,000 gold, let's go. Not 30,000, not 3,000, 300,000 gold. Come on. Alright, back to the survey. We're on features. Your top 3 favorite features. Number 1 was Nomapalooza. I would have bet all my money on that one for sure. Number 2 was the Soul Forge, which, you know, that's not weird or anything. Kingdoms and Dailies was number 3. So, people's favorite feature in the game is Nomapalooza, followed by the Soul Forge. Top 3 least favorite features of the game. Shinies was number 1, which I agree because they're worthless. Collect your shiny keys and never open them is the strat right now because there's nothing good in there. What's the point? Shiny keys is like, what's the point? They need to work on that. Instead of doing all this PvP and Guild Wars crap, they need to work on figuring out what they're doing with shiny troops and shiny keys and treasure hunt, and what are they going to do when they're done with all the faction deep delves and extra troop, because they're almost done. Like, figure it's time soon. Top 3 least favorite features. Shinies, variant limited edition troops. I think that means like dragons and boss troops and stuff like that. So people are not liking not being able to get Chrysantherax and Stellarix and Sentinels and Maelstrom Dagonath and stuff like that maybe. And then Battle Crashers. So I agree, man. Especially with Shinies and Battle Crashers. So top 3 favorites, I agree with Nomapalooza. And top 3 least favorite, Shinies and Battle Crashers, yeah. But yeah, that's basically the whole survey. If you want me, there's lots of other information in there, so the video still has way more in it that I put out. They talk about like when they're gonna do certain things and how they feel about the results and stuff like that. And then I add my own comments about how I feel and what I would have voted and blah blah blah. So that was a quick like TLDR while we stream here. But I'll put out that I'll probably put it out later today, honestly, because the sooner the better. I just need to find like a thumbnail. Like maybe I'll pick one of these like pie charts, or I don't know. I need to find like a thumbnail. There's like nothing I can think of. Speaking of thumbnail, I do need one for this bounty. So before we get out of here today, I need to bring that new troop up on the screen so I can use it for my thumbnail for this live stream. I should probably do it now or else I'll forget. We're halfway through our epic vault keys. Where should I go? This is probably the fastest, huh? Maybe. Always forget. Not it. There we go. None. Nope, nope. Apply. Wait for the stuff to go away. There we go. I don't want the share in the back. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Alright, so I'll use that as my thumbnail. That was how far in? That was about an hour and 4 minutes into the stream. Try to remember that. Alright, back to the epic vault keys. Got 19 left. Still want a giant gem drop. Still want the King of Cups. Still want event keys. Do a thumbnail of a kid picking their nose. Yeah. I'll probably think of a good one for the survey. I was just making sure there wasn't something easy already. I'll figure something out. Naos313, where can I find the bounty team that's mentioned in the title? It's at the beginning. It's the first thing we did. I can show you though. It's right here. Ogress, Chrysantherax, Forest Gremlin, Weasel 300. That'll get it done as quick as possible. I'll have the whole thing done by tomorrow morning. I'll just run out of sigils today. But already on the 15th reward, and it took me like probably like 15 minutes or something. A minute per reward. Psh. Almost. I think I could get the entire thing done with all rewards. If I had enough sigils today, I could get the entire thing done with all rewards probably in like 30 minutes or so. But I'm going to end up running out of sigils like on reward 19, and then I'll get more tomorrow because you get like 4 each day, and then I'll finish it off tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, which for a weekend event, that's pretty good. To be able to finish it off on Saturday morning. It's supposed to take all weekend. There you go. And if you don't have Chrysantherax, I've said it 500 times, but Stellarix, Ruby Weapon, Tesla, Queen Beatrix, whatever your best damage dealer is that hits all enemies real hard. It's way faster than using 4 bounty troops. You have to buy up in the shop though. Like go back and watch the beginning of the video for real, a live stream, because it's more, you need more information than just the team. Because if you don't buy up far enough in the shop and stuff, like buy up to tier 4 or tier 5. You can just do 4 bounty. Just make sure you use the bounty hunter. I think that's the main thing. It's like with Gems of War, join a guild is the main thing. Like getting a guild, you're really hurting yourself if you don't join a guild as soon as possible. Well, with the bounty event, the equivalent to that is use the bounty captain, the one that's in the shop, because it gives you so much more points than if you don't use it. It makes it so much faster. You know, and fully trade it, fully level it too, so you can get those points. Like I think you only have to get the first trait technically, so you don't have to like fully trade it. But I always just say fully. It's easier to say. All right, let's finish off these epics. Thumbnail of a kid picking their nose. No problem, Naos. Yoke says I'm a cheap ass, so I do all bounty troops. Hey, man, I used to do that too. If I needed gems bad, I would do that right now. I gotta use them now. You know, I'm in game. What else am I gonna do with them? Eventually, you gotta put your gems to work, or else you're just gonna be stacking them up forever. What's the point? There's no point of having 100,000 gems. Like, what are you gonna do with them? Are you gonna retire and it's gonna be like your 401k for Gems of War after you're done playing? No. It's kind of like, you know, at the end of like Final Fantasy VII, you have like a billion panaceas or elixirs or whatever. Like, don't you wish you could have went back and actually used them in some of the harder fights? Well, that's what you use your gems for in this game. Like, I'm making bounty easier with my gems. I'm getting it done quicker. I'm saving myself time in real life, and that's the whole point of having gems, is to use them for stuff like that. Especially once you're in game. Otherwise, you're just going to have 50 elixirs when the game's over. When you're done playing Gems of War, if you have a stack of 100,000 gems, what's the point? The only thing you can do with them then is like give them away to other people by doing gifts. You know, like you can give people like a quarter. You waste them though. It's only worth like a quarter of what. If you have 100,000 gems, you can give away like 25,000 of them, and it takes forever too. You can't. I don't think you can do it every day. There's like another resource it takes, right? It's like when I got done with my new account playthrough, I did that, and that's all you can do with them though. Like, is give them away to somebody, and they have to be in your guild. I don't do guildmate gifts very often because the only people I would give them to don't need them. For real? Pretty sure. So it'd kind of be a way. It'd probably be it'd just be a nice gesture. But you can give guildmate gifts. So what you run out of is cursed runes, is what I was running out of on my new account when I was giving away my gems. So you give them 50 or whatever. They don't get 50 or whatever. Hold on a sec. Like when you get them when you give it in the mail, I think it gives them 25. So maybe half your gems, whatever. Gives the person 25 gems, right? It's not like it doesn't give them 50. I think it gives them 25. So it's like half your gems you can give away. But what you end up running out of is not you run out of cursed runes or celestial trait stones or something like that before you'll run out of your gems. Most likely. I bet you the thing I'm running out of here is, well, not there. I wonder what oh, that's all my gems. I could give away all my gems, but that's only 16,000, so. Let's go do one just for an example. Guildmate gift, 1. Yes. That's 50 gems. We're not going to get to see them open it, but this is why I don't do it, because the only person I would give it to is DC. And DC already has probably way more gems than I do. But just to show me giving a gift, here you go. See, 25 gems, it says it. You pause right before that, the last thing it said, it was 25 gems. But that's DC right there, by the way. This boy. Gemma Jameson is Cynicool. Back to the Epic Vault Keys. But one day when I retire from Gems of War, I'll have one of y'all join my guild, and then I'll give you all my gems. If I remember. PJ says just join the Discord. Oops, I missed my rewards. Some people just spam them. Uh-oh, somebody's calling me. Hold on a sec, y'all. second, y'all. Somebody was knocking. Trying to get them to come back. Now they're gonna act like they can't come back. It's one of those situations, probably. I can't hear the door. Nobody gets that. I can't hear it. And then, when people call you on Facebook, my phone is so old and crappy, it takes me 5 minutes to answer the phone. Even I seen it, and I grabbed it after like the second or third ring, and I'm trying to like push the buttons, and it's like taking forever. So then they stop, they hang up before I can even answer it. So then I call them back, and it takes me like 5 minutes to call them back because this thing is so slow and annoying. And it takes forever to do anything, just to call somebody on the phone. Like the whole purpose of the phone takes forever to do anything. So that's annoying, because now he's gonna act like I didn't answer the door and he couldn't do what he wanted to do, and when he's like literally 1 minute away and I called him back. Here, let's see what he says. Okay. 1 sec, y'all. Alright, I'm back. Love how that happens, though. Like, there's 24 hours in a day. Happens during the 1 hour that I'm streaming, you know? But I think I'm done with whatever. Alright, let's go. Ugh. Running up and down stairs, opening doors, calling people. It's my life, though. That's exactly how it goes. During this 1 hour of the day, that's when it happens, not any other time. Like, there's people mowing, I got headset on. I don't have good hearing in the first place, honestly. I listen to way too much loud music, and then that whole thing at my last job where they ran that saw indoors and like blew my eardrums out. My hearing is not great. It's fine. It's just not 100%. I'd say it's probably like 75%. My left ear is decent. My right ear is bad. Usually my right ear is facing everything. Like when I'm driving, my right ear is facing Mrs. Cindy. She gets so mad at me because I never hear anything. She has to repeat herself all the time. And then like in my little setup here, where I'm streaming, my right side of my my right ear is facing the rest of the room. Like, my left ear is just against the wall. Of course, like, every way I got everything set up, like, my bad ear is facing out. So I can still hear in it, but it's like probably like 75%. Everybody else has it on 100. Mine's on like 75. So everything sounds. And if there's like a bunch of different noises happening all at the same time, like I cannot pick out one singular noise, and like especially with that ear. There's like a mower going, I'm streaming, like there's a fan going, somebody's knocking on the door, somebody's trying to tell me something all at the same time. Like I will hear some of it. But you might have to repeat yourself. And I'd swear it's from the last job, because it never was a thing before that. Like I was always fine before that. It blew my eardrum out like horribly. Alright, 300, I should probably have sued and I'd be rich right now, y'all, but of course I didn't. And they freaking let me go instead, probably worried about it or something, like deep down. 360 gems, let's go. Wonder what the statute of limitations is on that crap. I even took a video of them, kinda, like the results of them doing it before I left. They were cutting concrete. I've told this story many times, but I was working. I was in like a warehouse. It wasn't, it's not like a giant warehouse. It was kind of like, I don't know. You could see like the other side of it from, if you stood on one side, you could see the other side of it pretty much. But it was still pretty big, but not like huge. And they were like right in the middle. And I was like on one side. And they were like right in the middle. And they took out this saw, and they started sawing the concrete in the middle of the warehouse without telling me to put on, like, ear protection. So it, like, hurt, blew out my eardrum. Like, I was scrambling to get earplugs. Eventually, I couldn't find them fast enough, so I just ran out of the freaking warehouse. Not ran out, but you know, I walked out briskly. Kind of waited for him to get done. I was like, what the hell? You didn't tell me you were going to do that? What the? Well, I feel like it's effed up at least my one ear. And that was the ear that was facing it too, when it happened. My other one's probably like 90% or something. Not too bad. Maybe like 85, I don't know. Alright, 7 more epics, come on. Let's get it. But anyway, still, with the situation here, it's hard for anybody to hear the door. Like, the doorbell only rings downstairs. I've never seen that before in my life. Doorbell only rings downstairs, so you can't hear it upstairs, for real. Ooh, 36 event keys, I'll take that. And then, like, if you knock on the door, like, you just can't hear it. No way. The guy didn't even. The only reason I knew somebody was at the door is because they were calling. Alright, we're almost done here, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it after this. I'm gonna make that other video. I gotta make the EverQuest video. We're streaming tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. We'll try again tomorrow. We'll clock her in. Get it done. $65,000? See, it's really hard to get the tarot card that you need. There's just so many in the drop table right now. That's like another problem that I'm sure that people brought up, If you read the entire like community survey thing, they talk about many other things than just what I mentioned on today's stream. That's why I made a whole other video about it, because I read the entire thing and give my thoughts on it. And you know, stuff like tarot cards, like how the heck am I supposed to get the King of Cups when there's so many other ones in the drop table? And the only way to get them is to open vault keys. It's like I have to do a thing to get a thing, to then open a thing, and then hope I get a tarot card, and then I have to have... The more that they put in there, the harder it is to get the one that I'm looking for. It's like trying to get a specific mythic out of a gem key chest or a glory chest. The more and more mythics they put in, the harder it is to get the one you're looking for. That's why it's smarter to do event keys or diamonds. One of these days, it'll even event keys. They're just going to keep adding more and more and more mythics to each kingdom, right? So right now, event keys are more valuable than they're going to be in the future. So, you know. Same thing with diamonds. Diamonds are more valuable right now than they will be, unless they up the frequency of how many troops they put in the Soul Forge. If they keep doing 4, diamonds are never more valuable than they are right now, you know what I mean? Like, I guess it's event keys is the one. Diamonds, I guess if they put more... Anyway, forget about the diamond part, but you know what I mean. Especially event keys. The more mythics they add to each kingdom, the harder it is to get a specific one. So if you use event keys right now, you have a better chance to get the specific mythic you're looking for. And then, you know, with tarot cards, the more they put in there, the harder it is to get the one you're looking for. So I'm looking for the King of Cups. I'm getting the Hermit and the Empress and everything but. And it's just going to get harder. They need to figure that out. Like, what are they going to do? No problem, Sana. We're almost done anyway. If anybody has any questions, let them fly. I always guarantee an hour-and-a-half stream, and that's what we're probably doing today. Fun part is we can always make it longer, but that's my bare minimum. Alright, 300 gold, come on. Got 3 epics left. 3 epics. I don't know, if anybody wants me to do anything else, I could probably do 15 more minutes, but I just figure... Seems like it's we already saw the bounty, we did epic vault keys, but... If you guys want to see something, let me know. I'll do like 15 more minutes, but... Nobody says anything, I'll probably just cut it. Alright, we got 36 event keys, come on. What I need. Everybody needs them really, but... It's like, I don't need, like, some of the stuff, and I really need that. 2 major orbs of chaos. So it depends what I get from these, but I love to see them because it gives me a chance to get something that I need. Okay, I didn't get anything, but it's fine. Okay. And that's part of, like, the people coming to your house without, like... The thing to do would be to, like, message me when you're on your way. And then I would know to be watching for you. You know what I mean? That's what I always say. I don't... Not my favorite thing in the world for somebody to just... In this particular case, it's fine, but... Otherwise... If my mom shows up to my door, if my brother shows up to my door, if some random friend from 5 years ago shows up my door, if my neighbor knocks on my door... I'm probably not answering, and it's not... And half the time, it's not even because I don't... Like, it's half the time it's because I don't even know that you're... You know what you should do? Call or text before you knock. Like, and then, if I don't answer, guess what happens when you get here and you knock and I don't answer? Well, I didn't answer when you called, I'm not answering when you knock on the door. It's because I'm not answering, that's why. You know? But if you call and I answer and I say, yeah, come on over, then you know I'm going to open the door when you get here. You don't want to waste your time, right? You don't want to, like, come all the way over here and then nobody answers the door and you have to go all the way back. I could be taking a poop. I could be taking a shower. I could be doing any old thing that in the basement or something. You never know. Not everybody's waiting at their front door hoping you knock. That's what some people feel like. I feel like some people are thinking when they go to somebody's house and knock on their door, like they're waiting on the other side of it, ready to open it. Can't wait for somebody to knock. Not me. I'm like up here praying no one knocks. That's what I'm doing. Whoops. Okie doke. Yep. That was good. Nice little quickie. Sometimes a quicky's good, like I was saying. Sometimes a quicky's good. You know, dungeon, quickie. Sometimes a quickie is good. You know what I mean? So we'll have a quickie today. I might make it up to you tomorrow. I'm all discombobulated now. It's not anything really. But yeah. Do the bounty, please. It's a really good single player event, really good rewards. It's pretty easy if you do it right. And yeah. Get lots of gold, or not gold, get lots of orbs. And you know, saw me open my Epic Vault keys. I got that video. I'm going to go work on that right now. So I'm still working on YouTube, y'all. I'm going to get off this stream. We did our bare minimum. We did an hour and a half, which is more than some people do, right? So, and I don't feel bad, right? But I'm going to go work on another Gems of War video and put it out to the public. And then I got to work on my EverQuest video, get that ready for Sunday. And then I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'll show y'all deeper Underspire, deeper world event. We'll go over the spoilers. You know, probably finish up bounty. All that good stuff. But that's it for today. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Which, like I said, is tomorrow. Same time, same place. Special shout out to Sana, Anita, and Chad. Getting in there. Getting it going. Revving it up. You're definitely revving it for sure. You started up the chainsaw and started sawing. You didn't tell anybody. Blew out their eardrums. You know what I mean? You're knocking on the neighbor's door. They're not answering. But that's why you're revving the train up. It's poking out a little bit. It's like a turtle poking out. We're trying to hold it in, but it's poking out a little bit. So it's like a turtle poking out right now. We're almost out of there. We're revving it up. It's a turtle poking out of the garage. We're annoying the neighbors. We're knocking on their door. We're running a chainsaw in the garage. So close. We're so close. We're going to do it tomorrow. I guarantee it. We're going to put down that pimp juice to a burnout tomorrow. That's how I'm feeling. We're so close. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me today. Allison, Sana, PJ, Yoke, The Ham, Naos, or however you say that, sorry. You know who you are. 313. Sana, Yoke, Naos, So Lion, PJ was here today. We got Jets, we got Sana, we got PJ, we got Chad the Clip Baum, we got So Lion, Allison, Jets, Sana, PJ, Yoke the Ham. Nasir was here today, Nasir. Some new people here and some obvious absences. New people are nice. But yeah, I think Sana was first, and Anita. Sana and Anita were first, and then Allison. Can you believe people aren't coming to this stream? Like, what's wrong with them? There's something wrong with them, you know what I mean? Like, there's something wrong with them. It's like when you take your two fingers out and you like bonk your two pointer fingers together. But yeah, Sana was first, Anita was second, Allison was third. Thank you so much, Anita, Sada, and Chad. I got to heart Chad's because I can. Hold on. Chad with a 2, dunking it. Dunking it. I can't heart the gifted, but Sana's went to Matt Herbert. Anita's went to Bubba Trouble. And if I can, I'll heart. Everything I got is so slow. Must be the internet. Thumbs up. Come on. Oops. I don't know where the heart went. It's there somewhere. Anyway, just pretend that I hearted your super chat there, Chad. I'm trying. Doesn't want to work. My chat's acting up. But yeah, I'm out of here. I'm trying to get back to the bottom. Alright. Listening while working. Alright, well, have a good day. Have a good work day. I hope it goes fast for you, if that's what you're looking for. Or I hope you make a ton of money. I never know what to say. Somebody's working. Most time I say, hey, I hope it goes quick. But maybe you're trying to make a bunch of money. So, whichever way you want. I hope it goes fast and you make a bunch of money. How about that? But I'll see you later, PJ. See you, Sana. Bye, Allison. Later, Yoke. Peace out, Naos. See y'all tomorrow.